think we are live again. Just wait. I already set this up, but a lot of people probably didn't hear what I said or didn't read my thing, but it's okay. I figured since I am not doing any videos today, I may as well, or like this week, because I only did one. I was just gonna like do a live stream and talk to some people and do it like that. So that's why I'm doing a live stream today. So now I'm just waiting for some people. Although it's possible no one will show up, because it is 12. I mean, it's about to be 1, but it's still 12. But even so, I'll just talk to myself for an hour. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I don't have my external mic plugged up because reasons. Ooh, but while people are probably not aware of that I'm doing a YouTube video, I'll just kind of briefly go over how my, I guess, 2 weeks have been, because like I know this week isn't over, but it's still going on. My brother, the baby brother, came from Japan and visited us, and we spent some time with him, and it was fun. He hasn't been here in like 5 years. No, 4 years. 4 years. It feels like 5 years, but he hasn't been here for like 4 years. So he came to visit last month in October, and near the end of October. So we all went to see him. Well, he came to see us, and we had a good time. We went to a lot of places. We went to Dave & Buster's. We went to some nice restaurants and things like that. But yeah, we kind of caught up on some stuff. It's been a long time since we actually got to sit and talk, and it's interesting to see the maturity of my younger brother, because if you ever knew my younger brother back in the day, like, you see him now, he's like 27, 28, something like that. It's very interesting to see how he's matured. I was really impressed and surprised, a little bit surprised, but life does that to you. But he's doing well. He just went back to Japan, and well, I think yesterday he arrived in Japan. either yesterday or last night around that time. He made it back to Japan, and so that's that. But we had a good time. We had a good time. I'm still recovering from the whole vacation away from YouTube. I didn't want to. I wanted to film videos this week, but I just felt. Well, first of all, I was working on the part 2 of the colorism thing video, so I was working hard on that throughout even the week that my brother was here, and I was gonna put some text to it, but I got rid of the text because it made my CapCut start buffering a lot. That, and because the video is like 40 minutes long, you know, you have to like re-edit a lot of the stuff, so I had to re-edit, re-text some of the text because they were typos and misquotes and stuff like that. And I got tired of it, so I just deleted all of it and focused on just like kind of getting it down, narrowing the video down. The video was like 50 minutes long, so I had to narrow it down and try to get it to at least 40. I did not want it to be, I didn't even want it to be 40. I wanted it to be at least 30. But that was quite a task in and of itself. But got it done, and it's out there. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, definitely you can check it out. It's out. But yeah, that video I was working very hard on, trying to make sure every point was covered, and I think I did a decent enough job with that, but it was quite tough. I'll put it that way. It was quite tough. None of that was scripted, by the way. None of that. I didn't write anything down. I don't know what took over me, but if it was the passion of the conversation that I was creating, or just my thoughts were already accumulating very well, so that I wouldn't have to, script anything. But either way, it worked out. I said what I needed to say, and I think the second time around, I think I covered every point that I needed to as to why I didn't think the way, how a lot of other black people think about the colorism stuff and the homogenous society and all this stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Done. Moving on with reaction stuff. Again, this week, I just didn't have the strength or time to do it because I was still trying to put out the video, and I did put it out in good time, but it's just like I need a minute to recoup from the vacation away from YouTube and the video, me trying to fix the video and all that stuff. So just give me some more time. Next week I will go back to my regularly scheduled program. I know I've been saying it a lot. But I really am going to go back to my regularly scheduled program. Okay? I am. But for now, I just needed to get that out of the way and tackle that. And I did, and I'm glad. And we can move on now to bigger and better things. Reactions, more conversational topics, K-pop related, and things like that. But yeah, 9 minutes in, not bad that I'm talking to myself for 9 minutes. Funny enough, I can't hear myself, but it's okay. I will, but it's probably a good thing. I had a topic of discussion I was going to bring up. Yes, but I want somebody to be here Like, I don't care if it's just one person. I want somebody to be here so I can have that conversation. So I don't really want to say anything about it until somebody comes. But yeah, that was kind of how my week has been. I know I didn't get to pull out the Black Jedi attire this year. Next year I'll do it. I'm sorry. Like I said, my brother came at the end of October, so I wasn't doing anything to undermine the vacation that he was having with us. So I was like, I'm not going to do anything except work on the video that I was already working on, so that I could have it at least ready by the week that he leaves, which I did. So mission accomplished. But I didn't want to do anything while he was here spending time with everybody. So there's that. But yeah, I hope that everybody's doing well. Even if nobody shows up to the live stream, that's fine. Like, you can still watch it; it'll still be up, and you can comment or whatever, and let me know how you've been doing, and all that good stuff. So there's that too. Don't know how long I'm going to do this live stream for. It depends. If people come, I'll still be doing it. But if not, it might not be that long. I just wanted to check in on everybody because I know that I have not put out anything except that video. And I'm supposed to be working on another video that I already did. I don't know, last week or no, not last week. The week before, I already recorded a video, and I just haven't edited it yet. It's in my thing. I just haven't edited it yet. Because I'm trying to like just take a step back and breathe, you know. Also, I've been trying to take care of a lot of health stuff this week, and it will kind of continue on from that, with me trying to take care of my health and everything like that. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, and this new year that's coming up is, we'll see what happens, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing on YouTube. Don't worry. Moonlight Antonio ain't going nowhere. We're coming up on 3 years very soon. 3 years with a 3-year anniversary of the channel. I have no idea what to do. I'm not good at celebrating myself, so I don't know what to do. I'm not good at it at all. I've never really celebrated myself for much of anything. Never. So I don't know exactly what to do about that. But of course I'm gonna just probably make a video saying thank you to everybody, because that's what I usually do. But of course it's all genuine and in love, because yeah, like, this channel's nothing without the viewers and the subscribers and people that like the video, share it, comment, all that stuff. So it is a fact that this channel would not be as successful as it is without you guys. So yeah, we kind of built this space together. There's I think somebody requested some stuff that I'm supposed to react to. I gotta find the comment again, because I don't remember what video that those comments were under. I even think someone requested that I reacted to some more BTOB stuff, which I will. Just, it's hard to get to everything because I started doing the EXO Monster X thing. I haven't done a JO1 reaction in a while, since the new video, the new MV came out, right? So I need to get on that too. And do that. Because there's more of JO1 stuff to react to, especially live performances. I've been saying it for a long time. I need to react to some live JO1 performances, and I just haven't done it yet. So y'all bear with me. Give me some time. Give me some grace. I'll get on it. But I do appreciate everyone for watching the last, well, as many people that did watch it. I appreciate those who did watch that video, the colorism part 2 thing, because I'm going back to it because I'm like I said, I'm waiting for somebody to show up so I can talk. Even if it's just one person, I'm waiting. But I do appreciate you guys watching that video. And again, if you haven't, definitely check that video out. It was a very good video. I think I did very well on it. My mom is making herself known, her presence known on YouTube a little bit more. If you see someone comment and their name is Shawand Andrews, that is my mother. That's Mama Moonlight right there. She even changed her picture so people could see her. It used to be a yellow background with purple-ish kind of building structure or whatever, and she changed it to her actual face. So I told my mom, I said I was glad she didn't comment under the first colorism video that I did, because I didn't want nobody coming for her, like, saying nothing. So I was like, I'm glad you didn't say nothing, because I'm no. But it was, I think I did okay. I think I did okay this time. We had a few bumps in the road with the last one, because a lot of people thought I was saying something I wasn't, but we got that straight. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what the topic is. Uh-oh, I froze. Here we go. The topic is that I want to bring to you guys is basically a question. Do you guys believe that EXO's being neglected, or has been neglected since, I would say, since NCT 127, or since NCTU was being formed? Because I believe that's when it all kind of started. You know, SM is known for that. The new group comes out, they neglect the older group that came before it. The only K-pop group that I can think of, at least that I can think of, that hasn't been neglected because of, I don't know why they haven't been neglected. I don't know, I'm not sure. But SHINee, now I feel like there was a time when SHINee was kind of being neglected a little bit. Back when they were doing their Japanese stuff. No shade to the Japanese releases that they came out with, but I do think that SHINee was being, I guess, because they weren't in Korea as much during those times. I feel like after Ring Ding Dong or whatever, during Ring Ding Dong or whatever, they weren't really in Korea that much. They were mainly in Japan doing things in Japan. So, but that's, that's neither here nor there. I would say honestly that EXO had been more neglected than any group that I've seen, at least to my recollection, by SM. And my proof, because I've been saying this for a long time, but my proof is finally manifested. CBX, first of all, before CBX, Chris Jimin and Tao. Lay, because it's very complex, because Lay was doing well as an EXO member, which kind of got him where he is, right? But his solo activities were doing way better than him being a member of EXO. So he focused on that mainly. And that was that, right? So he doesn't renew his contract, right? He's like, okay, I'm not a part of SM, but if EXO needs me, I will be there, that kind of thing. His loyalty to the members, not so much to the company, which I really appreciate from Lay. I really appreciate that. Companies are not where they cracked up to be, right? Company gives you the opportunity to do what you want to do, but you have to give up a lot. You have to give up so much. I've heard so many stories about how trainees had to give up cell phones. They had to give up, eating certain foods and eating certain portions, and sleeping, and you have to dedicate. You have to, like, talking about dedication. It's like the military before the military, right? It's like enlisting into a weird kind of military thing before you even enlist into the military. That's probably why idols don't feel much of a difference. I know a lot of them say, well, military was kind of like a vacation from idol, which I can understand that. You're not having to perform in front of thousands of people all the time, and the prep time is probably in many ways more intense than military, right? And I'm just assuming. I've never been in the military. I'm just assuming. But I would say that it's probably more intense in many ways. But I just, going back to the point, I just really think EXO has been criminally neglected. And even so, yeah, going back to that, the Chinese members left, right? None of them are coming back. Lay's not renewing his contract. He's done. CBX, right? Chen, Baekhyun, Jimin, they file lawsuits. Dio is like, I'm done with it. You could imagine, and I've said this for the longest time, all of them are going to leave one by one. Watch what happens. They're going to leave. Because they've been neglected. Now, there were a few people in my comment section that were saying that they haven't been neglected. One person of which, for 3 days, I was having an argument with, a debate with, regarding the neglecting of EXO. And the guy was saying, well, God, this was like, I don't know, when was this? Maybe earlier on this year? I think it was like earlier on this year. And the guy was like, it's normal that idol groups lose their popularity after they get out of the military, because that's just how it goes. And I'm just like, yeah, but that's not the case for EXO. EXO's popularity and fandom is huge. So that SM is not trying to use that, right, to spearhead EXO further even more is disappointing. Right, it's very disappointing. They're underutilizing one of their most popular groups in their company because they, for whatever reason, I don't know. And then I think we got into a thing about, I don't know if that was the same person. I think it was not the same person, but we were debating about the, like, how is it really true, right, that EXO is being neglected? And he was like, well, they went on hiatus when Dio and Xiumin went to the military. EXO was on hiatus, and I was like, no, they weren't. No, they weren't, because if they were on hiatus, they wouldn't have come out with the Obsession album, right? That was after Xiumin and Dio left and went to the military. So, well, they went on hiatus, and he was saying that the group was on hiatus, right? And they were just doing solo activities, but that's not really true, because the Obsession album kind of trumps that whole argument that they were on hiatus, the group. Either way, there's certain elements of that conversation I don't even remember, because it was too long ago for me to even remember. But we had that whole debate, and that was that. But and I was like, okay, this is a pointless debate. I can't remember who it was that I was talking to in my comment section about Super M, and I said that Super M was geared towards the West, and someone said they were not. But they were. They were geared to the West. That was the point of making Super M. That was the point. That was the point of having them go to. I can't remember what state it was. It was either California or wherever they were. On stage, Super M speaking in English, right? All of the members. They were on the Ellen show, I believe, even. Yeah, they were on the Ellen show. You don't. Now, granted, I think NCT was also on the Ellen show, okay? Or I could be wrong, and I'm thinking about Super M because Taehyun and Mark are from NCT, and they were on the Ellen show, so I might be getting those two things mixed up. But I could have swore NCT 127 was on the Ellen show or something. But you don't promote people from a whole nother part of the world in the West or on the Ellen show or on whatever other Steve Gordon or what is it? Is that his name? No, Jim Gordon. What is that man's name? Steve Gordon? Jim Gordon? Jeff? I don't remember the man's name. I don't watch his show. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You don't promote these idols on these kinds of shows if you're not trying to gear them towards the West. So we had a whole debate about that. Then they talked about the article. Well, it's not really just Lee Sumon's group. It's it's a Western company that reached out to them to create a group. And I said, yeah, I know. I read the article. And in the article, Lee Sumon said that he was gearing them towards the West. He said it in the article. He said this is to gear them toward the West. But Lee Sumon failed. Right? He failed because the music still sounded very much K-pop. Just because you put English lyrics in the song does not make the song Western. Even like some of the BTS too, because BTS, their music was very Western, right? Some of the lyrics were kind of like it. But it was for all intents and purposes a very Western, very modern Western pop, right? Commercialized. Super M, not so much. Like Jopping, it still sounds very much K-pop. Well, that's because it was geared towards the West. That's because what was it? That's because it was geared towards Korea and not the West. Like, well, they're singing in English the entire song. Come on. It takes more to break out into the West than just putting English in a song and saying, here you go. What do you think about it? I think we got it. I think we got him, guys. I think we got him. It didn't work out well. Now, JYP, of course, I watched the A2K whole thing. And I was going to make a video talking about it. I really was. I still might. I think I will. Maybe before this year is up. We got one more month after this. December. God help me. I think I'm going to make a video about it. But I think JYP has a better shot than SM, because the idea, because look, we all know about Gachi. Y'all remember Gachi, right? It's Gachi. I think that's what they were called, Gachi. I think it was. We all know about how that was. It wasn't good, but it was okay. It wasn't good, but it did open up the door for that sort of thing to happen. So, it could happen. I think VCHA will probably do better because of how this group was. First of all, it's under JYP. Like, this isn't some random person coming in trying to create a group, and their songs are like subpar, not that great, but I don't know. There's just it's different. It's different, right? I think I think VCHA has more of a success rate to do big. Not really in Korea, but I think mainly in the West, because that's what this group is for. And I don't think he's ever done this before. This has never been done. So that he had a vision to have K-pop done by Americans, really interesting. I really do think this group's gonna do some really big stuff. I just hope that their music doesn't sound nearly as bad as like, because there's 2 songs that I heard, right? With 3 songs, but 2 of them I did not like. They just sounded so slapped together. And I believe it's the same songs that they performed on the last finale episodes of A2K. Those songs were so ugh. I mean ugh. They were just, I couldn't stomach them. They sounded so pretentious. But I think if they're given better songs and I don't know, better songs and promotion, like good promotion, like how Blackpink's been getting, but I think you have to reach a certain level that Blackpink reached in order to get that kind of promotion level. But at the same time, JYP should believe in his girls enough to do that without them having to reach that level. If that's what he wants, that's what he really wants, right? So I'm looking forward to what VCHA does, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my favorite member, the one who is, I'm all for underdogs. I love underdogs, and underdogs that have a really good voice. KG, that's my girl. I was so happy that when KG made it to the group, I was rooting for her. Like, I'm so glad she made it. So glad she made it. I will say this. I'm still iffy about... iffy. I'm not iffy. I don't like the fact that... What's her name? The youngest one? 13 years old. I don't think that she should have... I can't think of her name right now. I don't think that she should have debuted. If I'm being honest. I don't think she should have debuted. At all. She's too young. She's way too young to debut. So I don't think she should have debuted at all. I think she should have been... I don't even know why you would even let a 12-year-old enter into the competition in the first place, but whatever. Some people don't have a problem with it. I do. And I kind of get why people don't have a problem with it, at least in the West, because, you know, you've got Nickelodeon, Disney Channel. They hire these kid stars when they're 7 years old, 8 years old, to do acting, right? Parents put their kids out there. Well, what difference is it for, like, a K-pop artist? Well, I feel like America's less judgmental when it comes to stuff like Nickelodeon, because you're not doing anything but acting. I mean, unless it comes out that you did something stupid and then everybody starts getting onto you about it and tries to, like, cancel you, But K-pop is a whole nother beast in and of itself. You get critiqued for the littlest things by people that know nothing about, like, the industry. You get critiqued by people who have high standards for you, but not so much the same high standards for themselves. You get critiqued by hypocritical people. Basically, you get critiqued by hypocritical people who like to point out the flaws in you and what you're doing on stage. You're not smiling enough. I think you look better with short hair rather than long hair. You know, that belly that you got, we don't have that in K-pop. I remember one of the girls who did gymnastics, I believe it was, got critiqued for having a belly, and her belly's not even that. She's actually very fit for a girl her age. Very fit. Like I said, she did gymnastics. She's fine. There's nothing wrong with her stomach. Just people are weird, right? Hypocritical people that don't have the same standards for themselves that they do other people who are in the public eye, because they're in the public eye. So it's like really weird to that kind of thing. You don't get that kind of stuff from acting. You could be tall, short, fat, skinny. You know, it doesn't matter. You could be black, white, yellow, purple, green, doesn't matter. Acting is acting, right? But when it comes to K-pop, you have to have this certain image. And these are American girls. These girls are not from Korea, right? So to try to hold them to the same standard you hold all the other idols that know all about this stuff is just stupid. Also, I mean, in general, regardless if they are from Korea or not, it's still stupid to do that. Like, it's very hypocritical and very stupid. And you don't have much of a life if you're gonna sit here and constantly nitpick on everybody else and what they should be doing, as if you're the epitome of beauty and elegance and grace. You know, like, some of y'all don't want to show y'all faces because y'all, you know, it would be disadvantageous to your arguments about how other people look to show yourself, right? And that's not me being mean or anything. It's just like, that's a fact when it comes to a lot of the nameless, faceless keyboard warriors out there. But I digress. You know how when you start ranting a lot and then you forget what your point was? That's what I just did. But anyway, I think that overall, I think that VCHA is going to do well. The only problem that I have, well, there's two problems. I just named one. 13-year-old girl should not be debuting. I just don't want people to hurt her feelings or to make her feel, because 13-year-old girl exposed to that kind of environment, that kind of culture, they're just not ready for that. Like, you remember what happened in P Nation, right? When that kid, I think he was 12 years old. I think he was 12 years old. He was gonna debut, and a lot of people was like, this is not happening. Like, you're not about to do this. This kid is way too young. And he didn't debut him. He's gonna debut him in another group when he gets older, which is perfect, right? I think the same thing could have been done for the little girl, 13-year-old girl. She's just too young. Okay, that's problem number one. Problem number two, I would say it's a nitpick, but at this point, I don't know if I can say that, because it's just weird to me. It's weird to me that JYP had a literal JYP trainee in the group, gave more heavy critiques on that girl, than any other person who has never been in the trainee program, right? And then at the end of all of it, she doesn't even make the group, and she had more experience than all of them. And I liked her. She was perfect for the group. I thought she was perfect for the group. I know he went over, and I do appreciate JYP going over to the girls and saying, hey, you know, like the what's her name? I really liked her, even though her singing was like really, really off pitch a lot. Like really off, and like she said it wasn't her strong suit. I can't remember her name. I wish I had these people's names in front of me, but she said that she. Let me see if I can find these people's names. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. VCHA, K-pop group members. Well, I mean, the VCHA group members' names are what's gonna pop up, but I'm kind of wanting more. Yeah, Camilla. He praised Camilla throughout the entire performance, throughout the entire show. She's never been heavily critiqued or anything like that. She was just perfect to JYP. Perfect. Lexi, she made it, which was awesome. Kendall made it, which I was kind of surprised a little bit, but I knew that JYP really wanted her. It's like JYP's not really good at hiding who he really wants. I hope y'all caught how many times I said really, because he made it that obvious. Even the staff members were like, yes. Even like on the Nizzy program that he's doing. There's one guy he said reminded him of Rain when he first met him. That kid really likes and favors, right? And all of the other staff members are the same way. You know he's gonna make. I haven't seen like any of the Nizzy stuff since, I can't remember. I have to catch up on it because it's going by. But you just know who he's gonna pick, and it's just frustrating that they only had 6 slots, right? And the JYP chick didn't make it. You've got Camilla, you've got Lexi, you've got Kendall, you've got Vanessa, you've got KG, and you've got Kylie, right? You couldn't have fit more people in there. You couldn't have fit like one more person. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find. Let me see. Maybe I should type contestants. Maybe I should type contestants. Let me see. Can I? I don't have like the feature where I can share my screen, unfortunately, right now. So I can't really. I can't. Plus, it's very complicated. I'm sure you can do it, but I think I have to plug something up. I think. I think. I didn't even name this live stream, first of all. So it's just a random live stream. So that was my fault. I don't see any feature. Let me move this out the way. No, don't. There we go. I don't see any feature on here. Let me just check real quick. View screen full. Status indicator, no. Focus mode, nope. I don't see anything here. Yeah, I don't see any feature here where I can do that for you guys. I really want you guys to see who I'm talking about, but best because I don't have their names in front of me, and I'm trying to find their names so that I can explain what I'm talking about here. Let me just check real quick to make sure to see if anybody. Okay, nobody's come yet, so I'm still alone. All right, give me 1 sec. Give me one sec. Let me type in contestants. A2K contestants. Let's see. Oh shoot. A2K. Oh, contestants. Right? Alright. I want the names. I want the names with the faces. Oh yeah, the one girl that did she didn't continue on. She left. I'm very curious. She was cool though. I liked her. It was sad that she didn't get to finish, but you know, it is what it is. But Discover HK. I know everybody loves Camilla. My favorite was not Camilla. She was just too good. I like underdogs, like I said. KG was my girl. Like that was her and the one chick that was from JYP. If I can find Savannah? Was it no? Kendall and Kendall made it. Y'all give me a sec. I'm trying to find these people. Gina. I think Gina was the JYP contestant. Gina. She should have made it. There was no reason why she couldn't have made it. But JYP had his plan. He had his plan. That's all I can say. Where's the one chick that I really, really liked? I really liked her. No, and I say I really digged her. She was so cool. I really liked. Where is she? Kendall. They didn't debut. Everything you need to know about VCHA, first American girl group. Yes, yeah, that's basically it. Is that JYP wanted to kind of get onto this before anybody else did, right? He wanted to try his hand at making the first American K-pop girl group. Not just that, but the first successful American K-pop girl group. And I'm trying to find my girl's name, and hold on. This doesn't look like she's on this list. I liked her though. Where is her? Christina. Was that who it is? Christina? I think. I think it was Christina, right? Yeah, Christina. I loved Christina. And I think she would have been amazing for the group. Vocals take time, especially for people who are not well trained in vocals. They take time to develop, especially when you have never used them. And I think that if he had given Christina, right? If he had given, that's her name, right? Let me make sure. Short-term memory loss. Y'all gotta help. Y'all gotta bear with me. Her vocals improved. Her vocals improved. Christina's, but they still needed work. But she could have gotten that even after debuting. It's frustrating to me. It's frustrating. Come back next time, and it's just like, yeah, but I don't know if they will come back next time. I don't know if they even want to go through that again. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, I would, but then part of me would, part of me wouldn't. If I was Christina, but I really loved Christina. I really think she would have done well as a member of VCHA. But no, the staff had their own plans. They had their own plans, right? So that's that. Hi, bro. Hi, Kylie. You're the first person to show up to my live stream, and it's been How long has it been? 49 minutes, almost an hour. Welcome to the stream. I figured because of the time, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to show up. But I started early because I wanted to start early. I probably should have waited till like 1:30. That's usually when people come in. And it's a Friday as well, so there's that too. But I wanted to do it today as opposed to Saturday because I only have one piece of content this week, and I wanted to make sure that I had all of my content. Like, I wanted to make sure I had at least 2 things of content for this week. Sorry, I slept the other day while watching one. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. I was just talking about the new girl group that JYP made. Well, I'm talking about a lot of stuff, but I've skipped. I've passed the other stuff that I was talking about. Now I'm talking about VCHA. VCHA is JYP's new girl group. So that's what I'm talking about now is VCHA. VCHA, the girl group that JYP created, which is supposed to be like the group that breaks out into the West. And I'm excited that they are a group, but I have a few issues with the selection because if I go back to my list, which I should have taken the list. I should have actually taken the list. Where's the list? I had the list. Where's the list? All the people that made it. Yeah, Christina should have made it. Hola from Hawaii. Good to see you. Hello. Water Wings. 808 Water Wings. Hello. Welcome to my stream. I know, like I said, I should have done this later instead of starting so early at 12 because I had a feeling that it was too early and that like a lot of people probably weren't going to be able to show up at that time. I usually don't have a lot of people on my live streams anyway. It's usually like 3 people, maybe 4 if I'm lucky. But yeah, I probably should start a little later, like at 1 something. But I kind of had a conversation with myself a while ago about EXO being neglected. And thank you. I appreciate your support a lot. And thank you for commenting under my videos as well. I've noticed your comments. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys commenting. Like, I really, really, really do. Even if you have different opinions or different thoughts, a lot of like you guys, people like you, Water Wings, Kylie. I know I keep saying your name wrong, but yeah, I do appreciate you guys a lot with your comments because they're very respectful and yeah, so I appreciate it. Kylie. It's late night when you do live. It's 11:20 p.m. now. Ah, yes, right, because you're in another country. So it's nighttime where you are, but it's afternoon here. So it's still daytime here. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. I don't check my analytics much. The demographics of how many people are from different countries who watch my content and how much are from the US. But I did check them before. Pleasure to comment. Oh no. Pleasure to comment. In Hawaii, we are generally inclusive. I don't know why I have a problem reading comments on the thing. I need to read them. Where's my thing at? Oh no, that's the same thing. It's the same thing. Never mind. In Hawaii, we are generally inclusive. I've always wanted to visit Hawaii, by the way. India, yes, that's right. VCHA album launched last night. Hilarious. Wait, Jungkook's album launched last night? I thought that album then came out. I didn't know. I thought it had already came out. Maybe it's because I've been hearing the song, like the same songs, and I'm thinking it already came out, but I'm wrong, and I guess it didn't come out yet. Strong Thoughts? I haven't heard anything except the 2 songs that I have heard from Jungkook's album. So, 7 days a week. I know a lot of people are liking it. I don't really care for it. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. It's cool, but I don't care for it personally. The other song is all right. Standing Next to You, lead track. Do you like that song? Next to You, okay. Well, I need to actually listen to these songs and see. This, I'm looking at myself as in the YouTube thing, and I don't know why it's not keeping up with me. Oh, I know why. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Awesome. Okay. I will take a listen to that song. Is it better than 7 days a week? In your personal opinion, do you think is it better than 7 days a week? I would assume it is. Yes, anyhow. Love them. Oh, yo, EXO, yeah. Yeah, EXO is cool. I just wish that they would give Slays it. Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. I'll listen to it and maybe I'll talk about that song and whatever song that you want me to talk about. Bro, what today's live is all about. So basically, well, before I say that, yeah, I think I want to try to do new content. So let me know if there's any song that you want me to listen to and like give a video dedicating a video to just the critiquing of like certain things in the song or talking about the song in general. I would like to do that. But getting to your question, the topic for because I know I did not give this live stream a topic. I don't know why this thing... Oh, it has the topic from last time. I'm going to have to change that topic. I don't know why it says I have something to say about this. That was last time. The topic for today, I was talking about... First I was going over EXO and the neglecting of EXO by SM. Because a lot of people were telling me that they are not neglected, right? And that it's a natural part of K-pop groups to have this happen to them, and I strongly disagree that that's the case. I really believe EXO has been neglected ever since NCT 127 came on the scene. I'm not saying that NCT is the reason. I'm saying that when NCT came, SM put so much time, so much effort, so much backing, right? So much promotion on NCT. And Tempo did not get good promotion. Love Shot did not get good promotion. Anything that came after that did not get good promotion. You could feel it. You could see it. And I think SM is missing out on a huge chunk of their money that they could be getting from utilizing EXO more. Like, EXO has such a strong fan base. What are you doing? I get that NCT is the next big thing, but my God, are you? What's going on in your brain? Like, what's going on in the company's brain? SM neglecting, I agree. Look at Kai. Swept. Yep. He had no idea that he was going to be in the military because they knew. They just didn't tell him. It was so dumb. So he's caught off guard completely. It's ridiculous. NCT was the first K-pop band I started watching. Hot Sauce. Ah, okay. Oh, Hot Sauce. That's NCT Dream. NCT Dream. I actually have that album. My brother and I have this similar thought process that we just don't like chanting a lot. I don't know what it is about NCT and chanting. I fell in love with BTS. Okay. During pandemic. Okay. Well, yeah, because during pandemic, they were still like really, they were really taking off in America a lot. Permission to Dance, Life Goes On, a couple other songs that they put out as well. I know Butter. I think Butter was kind of like a little bit after pandemic though, like after the height of it. But still, BTS was like that group. Yeah, just a couple topics for today. You guys kind of answered the question. Water Wings, you kind of answered it, with SM being neglected. EXO neglecting. I can't even say English properly today. With EXO being neglected by SM. And so we... EXO men on TV shows, but I don't know. I mean, okay. But I agree that NCT always have more yeah, really, they do. They always have promotions. They always have promotions. And EXO, they barely got any. It's sad. And no wonder the members want to leave one by one. Dio, CBX, Chen, Baekhyun, Jimin, that whole thing. They want to leave. They don't want to be there anymore. Of course, they have to be there contractually, but they're establishing their own agencies now to manage their activities because SM's failing to do so, which is what I was saying from the very beginning, that EXO has been neglected heavily. And they even and I didn't get to read the news, but I think the news, it's old news, but the new album that came out from EXO, the news broke out that SM was canceling the pre-debut sales of that album. Most of them are suffering a lot. Most of them are suffering a lot psychologically. A lot of psychological pressure. Yes. Even with everything even with all the efforts that companies are trying to do now, it's still a lot of psychological pressure. Very, very true. Very true. They're always pressured with their contract. And even though law was passed to get rid of the slave contract, companies have still tried to find a loophole through that. And EXO, or SM rather, has done that. And they just got kind of exposed for doing that by CBX. And so, there's that too. But it's just, EXO is a powerhouse group in SM, and the fact that they are dropping the ball on them and have been for years, right? It's sad. It's really sad. They could have been doing so much more as a group, and they just, kicked to the curb, essentially. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because they're being told that we're being told that, or rather they're being told that if you don't re-sign, the group doesn't get certain benefits. So they kind of put you into a corner to re-sign the contract on behalf of the members. That is not okay to do, right? Say what you think, what works. I'm reading it from here and here because the heart thing is cutting off. Say what you think. What works? What do we desire to see? Yeah, I'm gonna say what I think. All right. SM is being really stupid right now, and a lot of people in SM are wondering whether or not they're even going to want to stay in SM at this point. SM is being seen as a joke of a company now because of all of the nonsense that's come out about the what was it, the cacao SM Hybe thing that was going on, the share stuff, and how Lee Suman and his nephew or whatever was like trying to expose each other, this little family in fighting. It just made SM look like even more of a joke, and nobody wants to be in a company like that. Nobody knows what the freak they're doing. Even with like Rise, and I love Rise. I think Rise is an amazing new group, right, to come out of there. I think they're going to do another, I think SM's doing another girl group. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's on their itinerary, right? For, I think, this year. I could be wrong, it might be next year, but I believe I heard something about SM doing a girl group, right? Either way, that's all well and good. But when you're making these new groups, to neglect, and this is the problem I have with SM right now. See, I'm about to go in. They still are doing like this NCT thing, right? NCT Japan. Now they're cutting it off there because enough is enough, right? They've done enough. They're cutting it off there with NCT Japan. That's the last NCT group, right? But they were planning to go further beyond that, even while debuting new groups. So you see how SM is treating NCT, but they're not treating EXO that way. They could have still been doing that with EXO, but they didn't. They completely cut them off. It's really sad to see people who save people from sadness have no one or nowhere to go or to be. Yeah, well, that's the nature of the industry. That's the nature of the industry, unfortunately. SM as well as Hybe, they have a girl group training. Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm gonna recover, guys, everything that I talked about by myself with you guys. So don't worry, we're gonna go over everything just so I can hear you guys' takes as well. But what I want to see in an SM is better management, because you're obviously doing very well managing NCT, right? Now, my problem with the management of NCT is they boost NCT 127, they kind of boost NCT Dream just a little bit, and Wavy is down here. And I don't think it's just because Wavy is being promoted mainly in China because it's the Chinese counterpart of NCT, right? I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. Because Wavy, I love Wavy. And I'm an international fan. I'm not Chinese, I'm not Korean, I'm an international fan. I love Wavy. So I think there's more going on than just simply, oh, we're promoting them mainly in China and that's why they're not doing so well in Korea. No. And we're way past the Lucas thing. So it's not Lucas either. He's not a part of the group anymore. So you can't really blame Lucas for this. So it's SM. It's like they know how to manage certain things that they want to prioritize, but when it comes to managing multiple groups at once, you would think a company with that much power, like the godfather of K-pop companies, can't even manage multiple companies at once. It's weird. It's weird. So yeah, that's my feeling on that. I want to see better management. I want to see, and we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. But what we are going to get is EXO is going to leave. All of them are going to leave. I've already prognosticated, right? I've already prophesied. EXO's going to leave one by one. I've said it many times. They're going to leave. And we already see it. Dio is the next. He's like, I'm tired of it. I'm going to establish my own agency with my manager. And we are going to manage my individual stuff because SM is not good at managing multiple things at once. Is it a corporate problem? Music, recording, management problem, PD Bong? Yeah, I mean, could it be a corporate problem? I think it is. But no, actually, no. I say I think it is, but a part of me wants to say I know it is because corporate is what decides all this stuff. Corporate decides who they want to prioritize and who they don't, and then they pass it down to the employees, the staff, the management teams, who to prioritize. So I do believe it is definitely a management problem with regards to corporate. Absolutely corporate. I think it is a huge corporate issue. But it seems like it's a corporate issue. It shouldn't be a corporate issue. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. Corporate, they choose to focus on who they want to focus on. They focus on NCT. We saw how they did not release aespa for a good long time. aespa was like hadn't done anything for a good long while. Then they finally bring them out of the basement of SM to do more stuff, and I'm just like, they could have been so much bigger if you had let them grow at the time that they were supposed to grow. Let me catch up. What does it say? It's like a car company promoting. Oh, well, I'm not. Let me push it down. It's like a car company promoting the new model and surpass the other. Well, yeah, that's kind of how it feels. It's kind of how it feels, definitely. Surpassing the old model, they are humans treated as things uses. Yeah. I understand, however, why does there need to be a priority? Why not do... Well, here's the thing. I feel like... Well, no, actually, the question you're asking is the same question that I'm asking. They are prioritizing. That's what I think. They're prioritizing certain groups over others. There doesn't need to be that. I think they're probably just looking at numbers, right? Stock. That's what I think they're looking at. The numbers, the money, how much revenue's coming in from which groups. But I feel like how much revenue's coming in from the groups depends on corporate's decision on who to promote. I just feel like it's all corporate's doing. They decide who gets the short end of the stick as opposed to who doesn't, right? It's instead of drawing straws to see who gets to be the top dog, or I wouldn't even say drawing straws. It's more precise than that. I think. Hi, Aves. Catching up. Hey Gina. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I think it's more precise. I think better than drawing straws. They pick who based on what's new. What's new was NCT. So NCT is the group. Okay, you too. Thank you. I don't know why that's the case. I wish it wasn't. Like I said, they pick and choose because NCT has been out. They're not a rookie group anymore, right? But then you got Rise, and yet they're still like investing in NCT to the point where they have a whole other NCT group called NCT. I don't know what it's called. It's not called NCT Japan, but I'm calling it NCT Japan just because I keep forgetting the name of the group that's coming out. They haven't debuted yet, but it's called NCT Japan. They're coming out. Everybody's like excited, but it's just like at the same time, short end of the stick is the error. You mean yes to out? Yes, short end of the stick is the error. Yes, absolutely. Yes to yeah. Even concert touring is so much smaller. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, short end of the stick is the problem. EXO got the short end of the stick. That's a problem. NCT, they're still being propped up as like the new pride of SM. And I'm just like, okay, I get it, but... And it's not even because I feel indifferent towards NCT. I like some of their music. It's not about like me liking certain songs and not really liking other songs that NCT does, and because I nitpick on NCT a lot, but that's not why I'm like this. NCT is the new group, was the new group, and EXO was like okay, we're done with you, EXO, because we failed. And that's another thing. I'm cutting myself off because I just thought about something. It's SM's fault that EXO is even in the position they're in, because if they had just done what they were supposed to do, when EXO was 12 members, if they had just done what they were supposed to do, EXO would still be at the height of glory. Maybe not at the same level that they used to be, but they would still have that edge in the industry. Because they made a big hullabaloo about the 12 members, 12 forces, the two worlds becoming one, the tree of life, the tree and then the wolves and all that. They did all of that hyping, the eclipse because the two worlds become one. All that, the different powers that the 12 members had that represented all these hyping up crap, and you couldn't even keep 3 Chinese members because you neglected their health right? No, and then they leave, and then you blame the Chinese members instead of taking accountability for your lack of better management over these Chinese members. They were not treated as well as the Korean members. Their pay was not as good as the Korean members. They've all said this. They've all said this. Distribution of pay was bad. And I get that that this was still like they were probably still paying their debts to the company because that whole thing where they invest in the group, then the group has to pay it all back. Right? So they don't really get much anyway. But at this point I'm sure they've paid every debt imaginable to SM. Like they've been that successful that they've paid all their debts. I don't even think it took that long to break even with the company. I don't think it took that long at all. But SM messed it up. They messed it up. Mind you, they still have their powers, right? But it doesn't have the impact it used to have. Like, so the reason why EXO, I keep mixing EXO and SM together, and I'm getting my tongue twisted on it. I don't know why. But the reason why EXO's not doing as well now is because of, I believe, corporate. I know a lot of people was trying to tell me that it's because of the Cacao High SM battle. Nah, EXO was suffering way before that ever happened. Like, no. EXO was being neglected way before then. Way before then. No. Is SM ready to share their profits as EXO paid the debt? I think now I don't know. All right, EXO original talent ahead of its time in nationality culture. China talent to culture of China talent to controlled. Good question. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, is the culture of China? I mean, yeah, I guess so. If you think about it, I mean, yeah. I would say it is. But when it comes to like, I just realized that my example, what did SM give? I'm sorry, hold on, let me read it on here. Example, what did SM give to have a problem worldwide? What did SM give to have a problem worldwide? Oh, I'm sorry, to have perform worldwide. What did SM give to have perform world? What did they give? What did they give? What did they give? I might need you to answer that question for me, because I don't know. Maybe the 3 needed to break, but stay. I mean, I will government permissions for SM talents. Government permissions for SM talent. But then you would have to argue that that's every K-pop company that's needed government permissions from China as well. Which is possible. It's possible that they needed government permissions, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because you have to think about the trainee system too. Like, all of these Chinese members came from the SM trainee system. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure they needed government permission to establish a base in China for like a SM China base, which is probably where Wave E came from. I don't but cuz like SM, if I'm not mistaken, has a Japanese base in Japan, just like JYP, just like YG, right? So they would probably need permission from the government to have said base. So I think I get what you're saying on that part. I think I get what you're saying on that part. But as to the downfall, like of EXO, you mean the Chinese members? They don't have restrictions, and I think all the members had restrictions. I mean, if we're talking, it depends on what we're talking. It depends on what you mean. But it was only through EXO's talent. I cannot see to save my life. I don't know why I'm trying to read all this stuff without my glasses. But it was only through EXO's talent they would have. If EXO. I mean, yeah, well, that's a good point, Kylie. That's no. Yeah. Here's what I'm saying. By now, EXO has made SM so much money. I mean, they probably were able to pay off their debts a long time ago. I'm pretty sure none of them are in debt anymore. Yeah, no. None of them are in debt anymore. I don't believe that. Like, I'm sure they have enough money to own their own property. Even let alone establish their own agencies. That takes money. Money and connections, right? So, EXO, I think, I don't know exactly when I must catch up with NCT, not listen to them yet. Yeah, I mean, NCT, they're okay. They're like, their music is not, it's an acquired taste, I will say. The neo culture technology stuff, it's like kind of like R&B hip hop mixed with like this new sound that they kind of created. But it's like some songs are okay, and then some songs are just like songs that I would like go to the gym and work out to. And while that's not a bad thing, I prefer to like listen to the songs and be into the songs because I like the songs, not so much, well, this is a good workout song, because they don't really say much of anything. NCT's okay. They're not at my top tier list. But they're not bad. They're not bad, but you know, it's. But like, getting back to like the EXO thing, I think by now they've paid all their debts. I think that's safe to say. They've all paid all their debts. Like Tao, Chris, Luhan, judging by the lawsuits and the countersuits that SM filed against them, they had not paid all their debts. which is why they were still under contract, and the court did rule in SM's favor to have their contracts expire till like, what was it, 2022? So they were under contract from the time they left to 2022, which was last year. So all of their contracts have expired now, right? I'm glad EXO members doing solos. I did like Chenyo's latest work. I have not listened to Chenyo's album yet, so I need to. I forgot he even had an album, to be honest. So I need to check that out. There's a lot of stuff I've been missing with EXO, but again, not a lot of promotions. Like, I don't remember Chenyo's album being promoted that much, but I feel like it's been out for a while. Yeah, I think that they were still having to pay SM while they were doing their solo stuff in China, even though they under contract they could not break the contract. So they were breaking the even with going to court and everything, because they still had debts to pay. They still had to break even. Luhan, Chris, Tao, they still had to break even. So a lot of their money that they were getting from their solo activities as independents was going to SM. But again, I still believe that the Chinese members were right, that the distribution was looking forward to helping out. EXO deserves a new. They do. I think they do. They deserve a new outlook. They do. They've been in this industry for too long, and the new album. I haven't even listened to the whole album for real yet. I do plan to, but I haven't listened to the whole album yet. But from what I've heard from like the 3 songs that I did hear, I really like it. It's very chill. It's very. EXO's always been like the chill group. Like, they've always made like the best chill music ever. And so I like the new album. It sounds more mature, and it sounds really dope. But I feel like they're still not, and of course, some people will never truly be fully satisfied with how things are going. I'm satisfied in the sense that they got an album finally, but I'm annoyed that they still aren't treated with the same level of, I don't know, respect and gravitas that they once were treated with back when they were younger, back when they were like still the fresh faces of K-pop. Which I know that kind of happens over time. The group gets older and the new generation takes over. But if you look at like groups like SHINee, right? Even Monsta X, and I know Monsta X is not really that famous in Korea. They're more famous in the West. And how I know that is that a Korean told me that. So, Korean told me, it's like, yeah, Monsta X is not really that famous in Korea, but in the West and everywhere else, they're super popular, which is very true, because I've heard nothing but Westerners talk about Monsta X and how much they love Monsta X. So yeah, it's definitely true. But you got groups like SHINee, right? SHINee, they weren't even treated like EXO. They still are doing amazingly well. Their albums, both as a group and as solo artists, are being promoted very, very well. Onu had such high promotions alone as a solo artist. The man was in Korea doing what was it? Dice, when Dice was being promoted. Heavily promoted, by the way. Dice was heavily promoted. Right? Then you had Onu go to Japan. He did a Japanese album, heavily promoted. Heavily promoted. Did concerts there, promoting it, heavily promoted. He was on variety shows, talk shows, things like that, talking about his album. Like, so many people interviewed him about his Japanese album. Comes back to Korea, a couple months pass by or whatever, and then he does the Circle album. And he promotes both in Korea and in Japan. That man's been promoting for so much, no wonder the man didn't have time to sleep or eat properly. He was promoting like he was a robot. Like, you know? Now it's not healthy to have somebody do that, by the way. But his promotions were so high. And EXO, have they ever been promoted in that way before? No. Not since NCT. Not since NCT. Let me catch up on you guys' comments. Because EXO was busy performing and practicing, or SM was busy counting the profit, as well as they were not, as well as they would not have had. Yeah. Yep. Gina says, no, I don't notice any promotions either. The Chinese boys seemed to have a rough deal. Yeah, I really think, because there is legitimacy to the claims. Like, this is not the first group that SM has had a problem with Chinese members. It's not the first group, right? And it wasn't the last group either, because NCT, y'all remember Win Win? I haven't heard Win Win's name since God knows when. Like, they have problem with Chinese artists. I don't know why. They treat them so poorly. They really treat them so poorly. I don't understand. I'm surprised Lay stayed for as long as he did, but, you know, it's just, wow. I think he stayed ultimately because it was advantageous to his career as a solo artist. You know, the reputation of staying with your group and being loyal to your group, despite everything that you know is wrong. Whereas Chris Luhanatao was like, no, we have health problems. Our health problems getting worse because they're having us do promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion. So we can't rest. And the only way they were going to get rest is if they got out of the company. Only way. Let me see. Gina says, definitely more mature, but still with a cheeky twinkle. Okay. Saw an episode of their show out now. Looks like fun, but no subs, sadly. But hopefully they'll come out with subs eventually. Kylie says, even BTS was treated in Korea like Monster X before they became very popular worldwide. Yes. Gina says, so right about SHINee in comparison. Gina says again, I think clearly Japan, I think clearly, y'all gotta bear with me, I cannot see to save my life. My eyes are getting worse. I think clearly Japan, big market for them, especially when fluent in the language. Yes. Japan is a huge market for them. Huge market. China is a huger market, but SM and China, I think Korea and China's, their relations right now are kind of like, they're rocky. They're rocky. But Japan, definitely very profitable in Japan with K-pop. SHINee is a huge example of that. A huge example of that. SHINee, and there's a few other ones. Bong Percent, which not a lot of people know about Bong Percent. Bong Percent 10% in, or is it 10% or 100%? I think it's 100%. 1% is 100% in American. It's a K-pop group. It's an older K-pop group. I think it's like maybe, I don't know, third gen K-pop group. They're not well known, but they've been promoting in Japan a lot, and Japan loves them. Let's see, Gina says maybe government needs to investigate these companies and have ethical standards. As for why they stayed, probably better treatment. Better treatment than what they may have in China. Well, I don't know. I honestly think that better treatment than they may have had in China. I don't know. China, as of late, China has not been doing very well with like treatment of artists because of the whole Chris Wu thing and a couple other things like the Chinese BL drama stuff coming out. China's cracking down heavily on it, and kind of like basically telling Chinese men to stop looking pretty. You know, because China wants to look strong, masculine, and all that stuff. So I would think in general, whether you're an actor or an idol, a performer, Chinese government is cracking down on all that stuff. In Korea, not the case, right? Not the case. So yeah, I guess it would be better to be in Korea than China in that sense. But I don't know. I think as Chinese, like even if you look at Jackson Wang, I don't know how you say his last name, but he's doing well in China, but I think his new stuff is kind of like creeping a lot of people out. Myself included. I am absorbing this. I'm absorbing this. Happy we can see models which can work differently. Yeah, absolutely. I honestly think that it's disadvantageous for China to have the view that they have about like what masculinity looks like as far as the facial appearance of a guy. If a guy is pretty, they're just pretty, right? If a guy's handsome, they're just handsome. If a guy looks masculine, they just look masculine, right? No amount of facial hair is going to make that person look more masculine than they, you know, it just, I wish that China would not do that, but they don't. And of course, I know the BL stuff is what's really getting under China's skin. They really don't like that stuff. Actually, I heard that a lot of BL dramas in China were actually either canceled or put on a hold because of China's disdain towards BL stuff, because they feel like it's changing the culture of society in such a rapid way that is causing men to, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And China's not having it, so they're like, no, we got to put it. That's why Tao has been taking a lot of pictures, being in the gym, gaining a lot of muscle and all that stuff. All that plays a huge role in what's going on right now. Gina said it is. So which one should I read more? Here we go. Gina said it is more competitive though, and artists are Shuffled around like, you know what? I'm gonna read it from down here because I can't. It's the light is hitting me too brightly. I can't concentrate. Okay, is more competitive though, and artists are shuffled around like. Yeah, no, really. Yes, lately China seems to be headed for implosion. Jackson Wang has alcohol. Yeah, like Jackson, I love that's my boy. I love Jackson. I really do. That's my boy, right? But I'm worried about my boy. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about Jackson. Kylie says BL is accepted in Indonesia, right? But not in China. Sorry, love. I have a little taller to get him. Okay, thank you, Gina. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate it. Waterwing says Jimin somehow plays a role in all that too. LOL. Attraction, I mean, voice too. Kylie says China has lots of strict government policies and rules to keep. Yeah, they do. I actually didn't know about that whole Jimin thing. Jimin playing a role in that. Really? I agree. Sweet Jimin is. Yeah, I didn't know that Jimin is playing. Maybe because of all of the stuff surrounding Jimin's like beauty image and how it's affecting so many. I was about to say affecting so many people, including Ali London at one point in time before he became a conservative Christian. But that's weird. But the thing is, to deny BL is to deny that there even is a community of LGB, at least in China, which we know there is one. We know there is one, guys. China's just trying to mask it. They can't stop it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to the LGB community over there? Even maybe the TQ plus community over there. What are you gonna do to them? What are you gonna do? What can they do? Yeah, they are they are a communist society, but what are you gonna do to them? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna put them all in jail? Like, what are you gonna do? You can't. Good night, Gina. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you coming. Really. Thank you. Take care of the little one. Love you so much. Thank you for coming. But China, I don't know what's going on with China. They're tripping. You can't. BL is for the BL community of people in China, and a lot of Westerners like it, and a lot of people in other countries like it. Just like Kylie said, in Indonesia, they like BL. Like, they're opening up to that. So it's like you can't come on. And apparently, as you can see, BL dramas are still going on in China. They're still going on. They're still being made. So China's not really, they can't really stop it. I think they're maybe trying to pass a law to stop it, but they're not really stopping it right now. And I think that China, even though they're communist, is going to have a lot of pushback from a large portion of that community. And whatever China does in response, I think everybody's going to be looking very closely to see what happens. You can't get rid of all that stuff. You just can't. You may as well just let it be. If the boys love or girls love, mind you, I don't think I've seen a Chinese girls love thing come out yet or anything like that. I haven't heard of it. So I've always heard boys love, boys love, boys love. So, like China, come on. But I'm shocked to watch a BL marriage accepted by parents, and they got married in traditional way with parents, family. Well, there's a lot of Thai BL dramas that, marriage is legalized, right? So in Thailand, they do depict like boys, like gay marriages, right? In Thailand. Okay. They do depict gay marriages in Thailand in BL dramas that I've heard. So that's a thing. In mainly Thailand stuff though. I don't think I've seen that in any other dramas that I know of, right? So I saw a Chinese boy getting married, not in a drama. Oh, really? Really? Wait, really? Not in a drama? Like an actual marriage? Cause pretty sure China doesn't allow same-sex marriage in that I mean, maybe they got married somewhere else. Maybe they got married somewhere else. Because, I mean, you can get legally married somewhere else. That's not your country. And then come back to your country. It won't matter in your country, but, That's interesting. I will try to get that video. Yeah, I'm very curious because I've never heard of gay marriage in China. That's just not a thing that I've ever heard. So that's new. That's news to me. That's news to me. But should we move on to the next topic, because I do want to. Well, should we talk about that? I don't know. Do you guys know about VCHA? I'll ask that question first. Do y'all know about VCHA? Do you know about JYP's new girl group, international? Well, international being like a American girl group. No? Yeah, so JYP did a show of a survival show called A2K this year. I watched the whole thing, and basically A2K means America to Korea. So these American girls are debuting, or not debuting, but they're auditioning for a chance to become a part of JYP's trainee process to become essentially an idol. Because he was trying to form a girl group, an idol girl group, made up of American girls, right? Well, the show ended, and he did create his girl group, right? His American girl group. I have a few problems though with this. I'll talk about the good stuff first. I think it's good that JYP sees the potential in having an American girl group doing well in the West. He's recognizing that this is a potentially profitable thing, and that it will garner a lot of attention. A lot of eyes will be on it, which a lot of eyes are, including Korea. And the market is fresh. No one's ever really attempted it except for Gachi. And Gachi is not really a well-established girl group in Korea. It's Americans, and I think they had one Korean in the group, but it's not really a well-established group by a well-established company within the industry, a well-known company in the industry. So a lot of people don't know Gachi, right? And some of their songs were like, eh. But like VCHA, this is the first time that a major company is tackling this sort of thing. So he tackles it, right? The girl group debuted. They already debuted. The show's over, they debuted. But I have a few problems. My first problem is that one of the girls is 13 years old. And you know how the debuting age is kind of weirdly decreasing every time a group debuts. Like, it gets younger and younger and younger. I just don't think that a 13-year-old should be in K-pop. I just don't think that that's something that should be done. It's and a lot of America, there's not a lot, but I'll just say that there are those in America and other parts of the Western part of the world that are fine with a 13-year-old being debuted. And I think their reasoning for this is because we have girl groups who are, well, not girl groups, but we have easy to control a kid. Yeah, it's easy to control and influence a kid. Sure, yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of Westerners, or should I say not a lot, but I don't want to generalize, but there are those Westerners who believe that, well, it's okay for child actors and actresses to exist, right? Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, stuff like that, right? We had plenty of childhood actors at 7 or 8 years old acting, and that's fine. Well, it's not the same thing though as K-pop. K-pop is a whole other monster, right? Like they are exposed to so much heavy criticism that you would not get from being a Disney Channel childhood star, right? A lot of those childhood stars, they get heavily critiqued when they get older, but you're getting critiqued at a young age already, at age 13. It's just not a good idea. Like, for a child who's not fully developed mentally, physically, or anything like that, to be exposed to that kind of culture, that kind of world at that age. It's not good. It's not good. And it sets a really bad precedent for what's to come. Like, if we're going to allow a 13-year-old to debut, imagine how younger the companies might be willing to go later on down the line. Taemin debuted at 14 years old, if I'm not mistaken. That was already young by itself, right? That's only a year older than this girl. That's only a year younger. A year older, sorry. I'm sure you guys remember the what was it? P Nation did the survival show, right? And they were gonna almost debut a I can't remember if he was 10 or 12. I think he was 12. 12-year-old boy. And so many people was like, no, you cannot debut this kid. He's too young. He's too young. So P Nation was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Let's not debut him. We'll just keep him and then save him for a later time when we create another group. Brilliant idea. Kudos to P Nation for recognizing the weird cringiness that would come from doing that. But only after netizens, and like I said, I always get onto netizens for like really being extra, but there are a few instances where netizens actually did something good, like calling out the company for almost debuting a 10 or 12-year-old kid. That, yeah, that the K-pop culture is not the kind of culture you want a 10 or 12-year-old kid to be experiencing. Like, there's so much harsh criticism involved in that. But yes, I did kind of get that out of the show, that the reason why he really liked her was because she's younger, and he kept talking about, like, you're born to be a star, you're born to be a star. And I'm just like, oh god, like, you're gonna try to make her into, like, this, mold her and shape her into your own image of what you want her to be as an idol. And at that age, it is very easy to do that. And I do agree that that is, I think that that's probably in the back of JYP's head. So that's one problem that I have, right? Another problem I have, and let me just name the list, let me just name all of the girls that are in this group, right? So just give me a sec, let me get my thing. I gotta, oh god, this is gonna take a minute, hold on. Maybe if I do that. Alright, no, that's not it either. Let me just find the list of the VCHA members who are a part of VCHA. Okay, cool. Okay. I have all of the names. Okay, well, hold on. Before I do that, let me check out the comments real quick. I blame the parents. Any child not even having freedom to be with the family. Oh, a lot of comments passed by. Hold on. But they are not working like K-pop 24/7. Yeah, that's another thing. Childhood actors and actresses don't work 24/7 like that. As far as K-pop, they work like it's a job. So it kind of feels like it's like a child labor thing. But in Korea, the lines are blurred with that when it comes to K-pop industries and all that. So you gotta, Kylie says not even having the freedom to be with your family. Any child artist is free to live with family and interact with people and friends. I blame the parents. See, I remember a member from EXO, 13 years old, was taken back by parents as they felt their son was too young. Oh, really? Huh. Was there a member I didn't know about? Interesting. Waterwing says, recall my nephew was 9 years old and asked to audition for a lead role in Oliver musical. My brother supporting, but he better. but he knew better. Okay. Kylie says, no artist in the world is separated from family in the name of art. Also, Kylie says, I would prefer to say slavery rather than child labor. I don't know. I think slavery is I think that word might be maybe a bit too over the top, but you could view it as the same, as one and the same. Like, child labor is still a form of, well, okay, no, it's not. I guess I can't say it's slavery per se, because the girls are getting paid. Girls are getting paid. Now, mind you, slaves got paid, but I'm going into a whole nother story with that one. Let me leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave that alone. Well, I wouldn't say it's slavery, only because slavery is way more, I don't know, it's way more severe. Like, the penalty is way more severe than just being in the industry, right? He was taken before debut. Okay. Even child labor was allowed to stay with family. Let's see. These children are fearless. Amazing to hear. Yeah. It's. I mean, it's amazing to see. And listen, like, all these girls are quite young. All right, 18, 17. They're young, right? But that 13-year-old, what's her name? Her name is Kylie Lee. Is the name of the girl who debuted with the group, right? I'm gonna name all of the group members. I think they're all on this list. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like there's someone I'm not seeing here. Someone I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. There's another member that I'm missing. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're all on the list. Okay, so the VCHA members, okay? Let's see these. I feel slavery and many K-pop artists suffer with depression and many die. Yes, that is true. That is true. I say personally that slavery is a very severe term due to the punishment that is inflicted on slaves. I mean, I'm sure slavery is different for every culture. In my culture, slavery was, you know, we were like, I'm trying not to use words that YouTube would not like. We were unalived, and we were like, it was really, really bad. I can't even go over everything, but slavery in my culture was very rough. So I feel like slavery would be too much of an extreme term to use for what the girls are. I think child labor is as far as I would go, at least for me, with regards to how to describe it. But at least they're getting paid, right? That's the only thing. They're getting paid, right? But there's still certain things that I don't like the age limit. Now let me the age limit, because now it's almost becoming limitless at this point. How many minors are like debuting these days? It's crazy. So the names of the VCHA members are as follows. There's Camilla, Kendall, Lexus. I believe Lexus was one of them. Lexus, Savannah, KG, which was that's my girl right there. KG, that's my girl. Kylie, which is the youngest, the 13-year-old. And I feel like I missed one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, I named them all. So that's all 6 members, right? Yeah, that's all 6 members. Which is fine. Now, I have another problem, though. There is one member who was a trainee of JYP. Okay? A trainee of JYP. She was in the company as a trainee. And her name was Gina. And she didn't make it. And she had more experience than all the other ones. But she didn't make it. And I wished she had made it. She was extremely talented. She did everything that the company taught her how to do, but she still didn't make it. Let me just check briefly on how much can I check? Let me see. Is it gonna show me? It's not gonna show me, is it? It's not gonna show me anything. I had to redo the live stream. Somebody had commented, hey, but I redid the live stream because the camera, I didn't like that the camera was like this small. So I had to restart the live because I didn't know how to fix the camera. But yeah, I'm not happy with the fact that she didn't make it. And she got so much heavy criticism. And I think it was for no reason because she did so well. Aloha, see you soon. See you soon. Oh, goodbye, Water Wings. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciated your company. Thank you. I hope you will come again the next stream. My streams are random. I don't know when I'm gonna do them, but I hope you come next time as well. But take care, Water Wings. Thank you for coming once again. I really appreciate it. My live stream won't be long anyway. Not well, it's already long, but it won't be too much longer before I end my live. I'm just kind of briefly going over the last part of the live stream. But yeah, I think that she should have debuted and she didn't. And that's a huge loss. It's a huge loss. Because she was really talented. Gina was really talented. I personally, there was a girl named Christina Lopez. She was amazing. Her vocals were not very good, but she was amazing at dancing, and her dancing improved. And I really liked her facial expressions. Like when she was doing certain things. I really did. But she didn't make it, and I kind of wish she did. I really liked her. Like she was like, that was KG and her. I love underdogs. I love underdogs. If you're good at everything, I'm just kind of like, I'm bored with you. I like people that struggle. I like to see the growth of that person. I like those kinds of people. So KG for me, by the way, KG, phenomenal singer. Brilliant singer for someone her age. To sing that well, amazing. But she wasn't a dancer. So when she started like doing the dancing, she was excelling really, really well. So I was very surprised by that. But again, the 13-year-old thing, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Of course, you have to see the show to understand what I'm talking about. But I would encourage you to watch that show. All the episodes are up on YouTube. Just go to JYP's official YouTube channel, and all of the A2K episodes will be there. So just binge watch them all. It's really, really interesting to look at that stuff. And I'm invested in it because this is the first ever American girl group established by one of the big three companies. That's why my eyes are on it heavily. I just hope they don't screw it up by giving them crappy music. When I say that there's two songs that they did that I just don't like, they're not really good to me. They're not good to me. It's like JYP got with these big time producers and songwriters and slapped something together just for them to perform to it. Because the point is not the song. The point is their performance of the song. The song itself is just like, it's the performance that that's why he created the song the way he did. But they were just, it felt like they were slapped together, they were rushed, and that's how I feel about it. They just weren't that great. There was one song I liked, and I think it was the song that the MV is for. So they do have an MV as well, so definitely watch the MV. I'll probably react to it. I don't know if I'm going to do it next week. I already have a lineup of what I want to react to next week. Including Taemin. Yes, definitely reacting to Taemin. Because we gotta react to Taemin, okay? But I just thought it was really weird that he debuted that 13-year-old girl. And yes, I like her too. Mind you, the 13-year-old girl has a powerful voice. Very, very powerful voice. I really like her voice. But I was just surprised that he let her debut. We'll see where it goes, though. We'll see where it goes. I'm in full support of the group. I'm going to support the group regardless, because I want these girls to know that they are appreciated by their own. So I'm definitely going to support the girls, right? I'm just not stoked on how young one of the girls is. But that's neither here nor there. But I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've gone on for 2 hours. The majority of that time was spent alone. But you guys can recap or watch it back just to see. We kind of talked about the same thing, just I talked by myself. But it, I wanted to get on the live stream early. That's why I got on early. But everybody's pretty much leaving, and it's just me and you, Kylie. But I do want to say thank you to everyone who did join the live stream. I do appreciate it. I know my live streams are not like as big as I want them to be at the moment, but small steps. I'm very optimistic, very super positive about my live streams, about my channel. I can't wait for it to have a bigger live audience, so that Moonlight Radio, when I start doing that, it'll be like a really, really big thing that kind of hits off well. I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to like people requesting things, or me reading like letters that people have written. I can't wait. You guys, I really have a plan. I keep repeating myself with these live streams, but I really have a strong plan to help people who are going through really, really hard times in life, right? I want to do that, so I can't wait for Moonlight Radio to be a thing. I can't wait for the merch store to be a thing when that comes around. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm actually wearing one of my favorite YouTubers merch right now, Kenry. One of my big inspirations for doing YouTube in the first place was Kenry. Of course, my friend Lil King, Dohi. Pierre EXO. There's a lot of people. How You Back. Big shout out to How You Back. I hope you guys check out How You Back's channel and look at their content as well. I said that I was going to do this. I'm going to try to do this more often. So I believe in building K-pop communities, not for the purpose of gatekeeping necessarily, but for the purpose of having a strong community of like-minded, even if we disagree on certain things, like we still do K-pop topics, we still do stuff like that, but we have the like-mindedness to reach people with like talking about K-pop topics, things that some people would not want to talk about sometimes. We will talk about it. I know some subjects I cover kind of touchy, maybe more touchy than others. But I personally feel like the more we treat certain subjects as taboo subjects, the more we won't have like good, healthy dialogue about anything. I think there are certain subjects in K-pop and in general that we can talk about without having to walk on eggshells all the time. And I know that this society and culture is becoming very sensitive lately with how much a person should say or shouldn't say. You know, what are the boundaries, what are the limitations of conversation within certain spaces and certain public forums. I understand that. But at the same time, the more we become so sensitive towards certain topics that we probably should be discussing, the less likely we'll progress. And that's my belief. So I want progression. I want us to be able to talk about these things. Come at it from different perspectives. Everybody has a different perspective, right? Everybody has a different outlook, different opinion on a lot of stuff. And I think it's very important that we let people voice those kinds of things without, like, attacking the person. If you want to attack the argument, fine. But attacking the person is when you start to lose the argument, because now you're so focused on, well, what is this? Who is this person? What is this person like to think this way, without fully understanding what the person is saying. And I think that going forward, I'm going to tackle more topics like what I've been tackling. Of course, I'm going to tackle K-pop stuff as well, like singing. I haven't done that a lot, really. Not since the Shiny thing. I haven't done that a lot, but I'm going to try to do that more throughout the year. And coming up with, as 2024 approaches, I'm going to try to do that more as well. But yes, we're building K-pop communities and things like that. And I would be remiss if I did not shout out a content creator who is a K-tuber like myself. We both have small channels, right? But I wanna give this person a shout out, because I want the Moonlight family to discover the content that this amazing K-tuber is putting out. Chojimi, who is a K-tuber, relatively new, kind of like myself. Really good content, by the way. He does content like that is K-tubing, right? But it's very it's more fun. There is very, very fun kind of topics. Some of them are a little serious, but most of them are for the most part very fun. And I really enjoy watching how he constructs his arguments in such a cohesive way. And it's very, very beautiful to hear first of all, he has a really amazing voice. His voice is perfect for K-tubing, okay? Perfect for K-tubing. Secondly, the way that his videos are structured are very, very good. Like when he does K-tubing, it's very, very well structured. The way that he can convey his message within a short time frame and say everything he needs to say, point by point. I don't know how, because he's not the only one that's able to do that, but I've been watching Chojimi's stuff for a minute now, and I've noticed like how short his videos are, but how he can say so much in such a short period of time is mind-blowing. I'm learning from Chojimi. I'm learning from Chojimi, and because I'm the type of person that I like to. Just because you're a smaller channel does not mean that you're beneath anybody, right? I don't think that. I like to learn. I don't like to be the person that knows everything. I like to be the person that is learning. I like to learn, even like no matter what your status is. I can learn from anything. I can learn from anyone. And I'm learning from Chojimi a lot. So Chojimi is a person who I consider to be really, really cool with, at least as far as the space that we are sharing on YouTube and K-tubing in general. So I would appreciate it. I know this was very long-winded. I will try to reiterate what I'm saying now in a YouTube video, because my YouTube videos will kind of they gain more traction than my live streams. But definitely, if you have not heard of Chojimi, this is the first time you're hearing of Chojimi, definitely check out Chojimi's YouTube channel. And before I go, let me just briefly pull up really quick, see if I can find Chojimi's YouTube channel. Just give me one sec, peoples. I need to find Chojimi's channel, just so I can like spell his name. I keep saying her in my head because the picture used to be a girl. Oh, I didn't realize Waterwings subscribed to me an hour ago. Thank you, Waterwings. I appreciate your subscription. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Waterwings. Thank you. I hope I won't disappoint you with my content. And I appreciate your comments underneath my videos, of course, as always. Give me one sec, guys. I want to find Chojimi's channel. I think he even changed his profile picture, so just give me a sec. Chojimi. Okay, listen. I'm going to... No, I don't want to wing it. I don't want to wing it because I know how to spell Chojimi, except for like the Jimmy part. I think it is the way that I'm thinking it is. I think. So, oh God. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark because I can't find the channel at the moment. But this is how you spell Chojimi if you want to find Chojimi. Okay. I think you spell Chojimi like CHOJ, like Cho. CHO. Wait, hold on. No, Cho. CHO. I think it's either J or nope. I actually do need to spell like I said, when it comes to the Jimmy part, I can't remember if it's a J or a G. I think it's a J. I feel like I'm embarrassing myself on my live stream. Poor Avery can't spell. I'm gonna end it as soon as I get this out. Oh God. I feel so embarrassed. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can just listen. Me? Is that? I feel like that's not how you spell it. Hold on. Who's gonna pop up? Chojimi. I feel like I'm spelling it wrong. I'm spelling it wrong. Okay, okay, Jim. Is it Chojim EI or IE? I feel like there's a twist somewhere in this spelling. IE. I know that I'm spelling this somewhat wrong. I have to be. It's not a Y. I think it's like a... Oh, here we go. I found it. I was right though. Okay, no, I was wrong. Okay, it's CHOUJIMI. That's how you spell it. I'm so sorry, y'all. I wish I had this already pre-prepared. How you spell Chojimi is... Yeah, how you spell Chojimi is CHOUJIMI. Check out CHOU. CHOU. So just take the E off, and I think you spelt it just right. Just take the E off, and you're good. Cho Jimmy, yes, that's it. That's it right there, Cho Jimmy. So check out Cho Jimmy's channel. Do me a favor, subscribe to his channel, please. I would appreciate if all my Moonlight fam could subscribe to Cho Jimmy's channel, and give him the Moonlight welcome, and subscribe to his channel, and watch his content, and like and comment and all that stuff. I want us to support our fellow K-tubers who are smaller channels. So I really want to do that for Chojimi and whoever else is a smaller YouTube channel like mine, like Chojimi's, and support them like that. I think we do our best. Honestly, I feel like that is one of the big successes of a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of YouTubers, is that they have a community of strong people who, you know, support each other, and you know, connect and do all that. So I would love to support these guys. Chojimi, again, great dude, amazing content. He talks about really interesting stuff. He does K-tubing kind of like me, and it's fun. It's really fun, and he did one Halloween story that he told, which was really fun. That was like one of his latest videos. Definitely check out his content. Check out his content, like, comment, subscribe. I hope that all of my Moonlight family subscribes to Cho Jimmy's channel. That's my hope, and that's my desire. Everybody go and support Cho Jimmy in a big way, and let Cho Jimmy know that Moonlight fam is here, and we support our own. So if you do that for me, I would appreciate it so much. I told Cho Jimmy I was going to shout out his channel, so I'm going to be doing that quite a bit, because he has some really good content. Like, you should really check his stuff out. So thank you guys. I don't want to oversell it. I'm just saying, check out his content and subscribe. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of my live stream. I know I started a little early. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had been patient and waited a little bit, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you to Kylie, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it so much. Water Wings, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it so much. And thank you for being my new subscriber. I really appreciate your subscription so much. Thank you. I hope to live up to the expectations. I really do. I'll try my best. Gina, you were here. Thank you, dear Gina. You are like one of the grandmothers of the YouTube channel of Moonlight Antonio. So thank you for being here. Thank you, all three of you. I really appreciate it. I feel like there was one more person here, and I could be wrong. Okay, it was just you three. Thank you, all three of you, for being here. I really appreciate it. I don't take you guys' time lightly. I really appreciate that you guys took the time to be with me, even if you couldn't be with me the whole stream, that you even came at all. That means a lot to me. These live streams are not like up and booming like, you know, like my actual content is, but I think we'll get there slowly but surely, just like baby steps. I'm not rushing it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna be, why is no one showing up? No, I'm 32 years old. I'm a grown man. I'm not a crybaby. I mean, I am, but I'm not. That said, I do appreciate you guys so much, and I thank you ever so much for being here, really. Without you guys, I say this in every live stream, but without you guys, this channel does not do as well as it could. And it is credit to you all for sticking with me for 2 years. 2 years that I've been on YouTube. I'm about to enter into 3 years, guys. I'm about to enter into 3 years in a few months. Moving on into 2024, it will be 3 years, somewhere in there. I couldn't have done it without you guys. So I really appreciate you all for being here, for being a part of the channel. I can't express it enough, my gratitude to all of you. And we can only go up from here. There's going to be more content like the colorism thing. I don't know, I feel a weird call in my spirit, right? To just kind of keep moving forward with really thought-provoking content like the colorism thing, just like from a K-pop perspective. I know people have their disagreements and things like that, but I really feel led to do things like that. I think it's stuff that people don't talk about nearly as much because it's such a touchy subject. But I feel like we need to have these conversations, right? Because the more we put this off, the harder it's going to become to have conversations about it. Even if you disagree, I think it's very important to have conversations like this because we can see each other's perspectives, right? We're not trying to win the argument. We're just trying to understand each other. And maybe you'll concede a point that I made, and maybe I'll concede a point just like I did that some of you guys made. Maybe it could lead to that. But ultimately, I want to have conversations like this more. So once more, thank you, Kylie, Gina, and Water Wings for being here. I really appreciate you guys being here. Love y'all so much. To all the Moonlight community, I cannot talk today. To all the Moonlight community, I love you guys so much. Even if you couldn't be here, thank you for supporting my channel, which is kind of our channel if you think about it. Thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you next week with some more reactions, K-pop and inspiration from under the beautiful moonlight. We ain't going nowhere. We're still going strong. So tune in next week. I have a lot of good stuff planned. I'm gonna try to record stuff on Sunday. We'll see how that works. If I have energy, I will try to record everything on Sunday and then work along those lines because I have a lot of stuff to record. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. It is your boy Aves signing out. Peace. Love y'all to pieces. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright? So, annyeong. Bye-bye. See you in the next one, guys. Love you. Love you. I don't know why that thing keeps popping up. Love you. Bye-bye. Meow.